Book Snapshot.
Welcome back to Book Snapshot. I'm your host, and today we're uncovering one of the most surprising wealth-building books ever written, The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley and William Danko. Here's a shocking statistic. Most millionaires in America don't drive luxury cars. They don't live in mansions. They don't wear designer clothes. In fact, if you passed them on the street, you'd have no idea they were millionaires. This book reveals the hidden truth about wealth in America, and it completely shatters the myths we've been told about how people become rich. Published in 1996, The Millionaire Next Door is based on extensive research of over 1,000 millionaires. The findings are so counterintuitive that they've changed how millions of people think about wealth. If you want to understand how real wealth is built, not through lottery tickets or inheritance, but through discipline and smart choices, this book is essential. So stick around, because these insights could set you on the path to millionaire status. But first, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. We release new book summaries every week, and you won't want to miss them. Let's get started. The central finding of this book is revolutionary. Most millionaires are ordinary people who live ordinary lives. They're not celebrities. They're not entrepreneurs who struck it rich. They're accountants, small business owners, farmers, and professionals who built wealth through discipline and smart financial decisions. Stanley and Danko conducted extensive research, surveying over 1,000 millionaires and analyzing their habits. What they discovered was a clear profile of how millionaires actually live. The first major concept is understanding the difference between income and wealth. This is critical. High income does not equal wealth. In fact, many high-income earners are not wealthy. Why? Because they spend everything they earn. The research shows that many physicians, lawyers, and executives earn six-figure incomes but have minimal net worth. They live high-consumption lifestyles. They drive luxury cars. They live in expensive neighborhoods. They wear designer clothes. And by the time they pay for all of this, they have nothing left to invest. Conversely, many ordinary people with modest incomes have accumulated significant wealth. How? By living below their means and investing the difference. This is the fundamental principle of wealth building. Spend less than you earn and invest the surplus. It's simple, but it's not easy. The second concept is the importance of frugality. Stanley and Danko found that most millionaires are frugal. They don't waste money on unnecessary luxuries. They drive reliable cars, not status symbols. They buy practical clothes, not designer brands. They live in modest homes, not mansions. This frugality isn't because they're cheap or unhappy. It's because they prioritize financial security over consumption. They understand that every dollar spent on luxuries is a dollar not invested in wealth-building assets. The book shares surprising statistics. For example, the average millionaire drives a car that's 7 years old. The average millionaire spends less than $400 per month on clothing. The average millionaire lives in a home worth less than $400,000. These numbers shock most people because they contradict the image of millionaires we see in movies and media. But this is the reality of how most wealth is actually built. The third concept is the importance of budgeting and financial discipline. Most millionaires have a detailed budget. They know exactly where their money is going. They track their spending. They plan their investments. This might sound boring, but it's incredibly powerful. By knowing where your money goes, you can identify waste and redirect those dollars to wealth-building investments. Many people avoid budgeting because they think it's restrictive. But Stanley and Danko show that budgeting is actually liberating. When you know you're spending intentionally and investing wisely, you feel more in control of your financial future. The fourth concept is the power of business ownership. The research shows that about 2/3 of millionaires are business owners or self-employed. Why? Because business ownership allows you to build equity and accumulate wealth faster than working for someone else. When you work for a company, you trade your time for a salary. Your income is limited by how many hours you can work. But when you own a business, you can build an asset that generates income independent of your time. This doesn't mean you have to start a massive corporation. Many millionaires own small businesses, plumbing companies, accounting firms, real estate agencies, consulting practices. These businesses generate steady income and build equity over time. The fifth concept is understanding the importance of education and skill development. Most millionaires are educated. But here's the key. They invested in education that directly increased their earning potential. They didn't waste money on degrees that didn't lead to higher income. Stanley and Danko emphasize that education is one of the best investments you can make. But it has to be strategic. It has to increase your earning power. This is why many millionaires encourage their children to pursue careers in high-demand fields: medicine, law, engineering, business. These fields offer high earning potential, which is the foundation for wealth building. The sixth concept is the importance of parents' influence. The research shows that parents' financial habits significantly influence children's financial success. Children who grew up watching their parents budget, save, and invest are more likely to become wealthy themselves. Conversely, children who grew up in high-consumption households often replicate those patterns as adults, regardless of their income level. This highlights the importance of teaching financial literacy to children. If you want your children to become wealthy, teach them the habits of wealth building: frugality, budgeting, investing, and delayed gratification. The seventh concept is understanding the relationship between age and wealth. The research shows that most millionaires didn't become wealthy overnight. They built wealth gradually over decades. The average millionaire is around 57 years old and has been building wealth for about 30 years. This is important because it shows that wealth building is a long-term process. You don't need to get rich quick. You just need to be consistent. You need to spend less than you earn, invest the difference, and let compound interest work over time. The eighth concept is the importance of choosing the right career and lifestyle. Stanley and Danko found that certain career and lifestyle combinations lead to wealth, while others don't. For example, a physician who lives modestly and invests wisely will become wealthy. But a physician who lives an expensive lifestyle and spends everything they earn won't. Similarly, a small business owner who reinvests profits will build wealth. But a small business owner who extracts all profits for personal consumption won't. The key insight is that your career choice and lifestyle choices together determine your financial outcome. High income without frugality won't lead to wealth. Frugality without income won't either. You need both. The ninth concept is understanding the role of luck and timing. While the book emphasizes that wealth building is primarily about discipline and smart choices, it also acknowledges that luck and timing play a role. Some people become wealthy because they started a business at the right time. Some became wealthy because they invested in the right property. Some became wealthy because they chose the right career just as demand for their skills increased. But the key insight is that you can't rely on luck. You have to make smart choices and position yourself to benefit from good luck when it comes. Now, let me give you the key takeaways from The Millionaire Next Door. First, understand that high income does not equal wealth. Wealth is built by spending less than you earn and investing the difference. Second, embrace frugality. Live below your means. Avoid status symbol purchases. Prioritize financial security over consumption. Third, budget carefully. Know where your money is going. Track your spending. Plan your investments. Fourth, consider business ownership. It's one of the fastest paths to wealth building. Fifth, invest in education that increases your earning power. Choose careers with high income potential. Sixth, teach your children financial literacy. Your habits influence their financial future. Seventh, think long-term. Wealth building takes time. Be patient and consistent. Eighth, choose your lifestyle carefully. Your lifestyle choices determine your financial outcome. Ninth, position yourself for luck. Make smart choices and be ready to capitalize on opportunities. 10th, remember that most millionaires are ordinary people. They're not geniuses or inheritors. They're disciplined, frugal, and patient. The Millionaire Next Door is more than a wealth-building book. It's a reality check. It shows us that the path to millionaire status is available to ordinary people who are willing to make smart financial choices. I highly recommend reading the full book. It's filled with research, case studies, and practical advice that we couldn't cover in just 10 minutes. Now, I want to hear from you. What's your biggest obstacle to building wealth? What's one financial habit you want to change? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment and love hearing from our community. If you found this book snapshot valuable, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps us reach more people who are serious about building wealth. And if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the perfect time. We release new book summaries every week on finance, investing, and personal development. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next book snapshot. Remember, the Millionaire Next Door isn't a celebrity or an inheritance recipient. It's someone just like you who made smart financial choices. You can be that person too. Take care.